Hey, how's it going, boys? What is up? Sora's back once again, and so first and foremost, I would like to say that I would not really be talking like my normal proper voice tone. This is how I'm going to sound like throughout the entire video because I'm having a very bad sore throat right now, and I don't really want to like my voice too much. So I'm just gonna talk in this tone. So if I sound too soft, I do apologize, but yeah, bear with me for now, okay? So anyway, this video is mostly about my major change or update on my loadout, especially with my fire teams and my fire OTK rather, because as you can tell, I know my loadouts has not been updated for like months now, and because I've been like working on it for like God knows how long, and I think I kind of got to where I'm very satisfied with, um, because there was like a huge amount of time I spent into like farming prompts and shit. I'm pretty sure you guys know that already by now. So either way, like the because also another thing is that my OTK setup and stuff is not in my um loadouts yet, right? So that's another thing I kind of want to update real quick. So hopefully I don't take too long of your time, but yeah, bear with me. So either way, the first and foremost, I actually did the first change to my OTK was adding a Highlander grid to my setup where I make use of the Anubis stuff, and then I was going with like the Shiva slash Agni setup for assault time, because I did set up like for assault time and non-assault time, because for obvious reasons during assault time I can actually reduce at least like one or two buttons or something like that. So yeah, this is the first I would say the first setup I kind of thought out with. I know I had like different character setup too, but I kind of make do with this, and it kind of works. And you just need basically Ixaba, I suppose. Ixaba is like the only pay to win grand weapon here, I suppose, if you want to actually try this, I suppose. But yeah, the other thing is that I also recently made Sun to SSR. This is not a full limit break, by the way. This is only a SSR, and got like, why not? It gives me some extra cam, extra damage, so why not, right? It helps quite a bit. All these other summons are just there for like stat sticks. I'm pretty sure I can make it a little bit better, but yeah, I'm too lazy to switch that right now. That works for now. And yeah, for all I know, this is okay. This is like my assault time team where I needed to press like MC just needs to press dual arts and this guy second skill. I think that was like two buttons or some shit. Yeah, I think something like that, and you should be able to kill it just fine. I mean that's the one that I did try. Oh wait, this is another team. Whoops. But not my non assault time team is consists of this, because Subasa gives so much like so much cap and damage because of his second skill is just so damn good. And it was also relying on the Highlander grid. It's exactly the same grid if you're wondering. Same summons as well. Just I switched Long Dong in instead, because you want that extra what's that, the extra meter you get from this at the beginning of the raid battle, whatever. So but this one requires me to press like what, four buttons or something, because I need to press like the MC's Aurum Flow dual arts to get the 100 meter, and then this guy gives the counter stuff. This guy gives the second skill thing. Honestly, I think Shiva can be like a whatever character, but I just put him in there because at that time I remember, because he just gives the extra passive thing or something. I know you can just put Lyria in here or some shit. I'm pretty sure it's still the same either way. So he's definitely not needed. But that was like the setup I went with before. But I kind of wanted to like experiment it further, and so happened that experiment became like it provided much better results for me. So this was my old setup, which uses the Highlander grid and all that. But now I switched that all together. Now it's totally different, which I'm not even using Highlander anymore. So I'm using this instead. This setup, instead of using like whatever, like Subasa, the Gandar guy or whatever. But Instead of that, I'm using Esser and Lyria and Lancelot Vane. So summons are still the same. This is for assault time again, by the way. But what I ended up doing with is that it's the same set, similar, but now I'm using two of this the Proving Ground swords, and the meme that I did was like I made three I made three prom sticks, because I'm pretty sure I could make like 4 to 5 sticks by now, because like the amount of farming I did on prom during the last MagFest was just, yeah, it was just super crazy. So I had a crazy amount of prom sticks. So what happened was that more like I got the idea from Teacup himself, because like even though I had like crazy amount of cap up or whatever, but I'm not even hitting that cap. So what's the point of doing that when I can't even hit that cap? So what we ended up trying to do, or what I tried to do, was like I maximize the amount of raw damage that I can dish out, instead of putting out the amount of how high I can cap, right? So it's just to make your damage very, very consistent. That was the whole idea to it. So what happened with this setup is that I can consistently deal this with just one button. During assault time, I just need to press MC's dual art and bam, it's dead already. But yeah, the problem is that you have to, well, I got 3 prom sticks. I'm pretty sure you can do it with like some other way. It's like you just need to make as much raw damage as you can, because like I was even thinking at some point maybe this Opus, you can probably switch this to like skill cap, because I'm using 2 of this. The extra nukes is quite insane, because you get 2 of these plus because the other thing you have to keep in mind is that I'm not using any Ultima in this setup, so it helps a lot when you use this too, plus the amount of nukes you get from these 2 swords, and then you get from this guy plus Esser as well. It helps overall. So yeah, so not to mention MC is gonna get that extra, the fire defend down. The fire defend down from this sword actually helps with consistency as well. Then not to mention Lyria's defend down helps as well. That's one of the reasons why I put her in this position, and I put Esser in this position because to allow Lancelot and Vayne hit a lot harder, especially in their nukes, right? Because their nukes are the nuke after their Ogi. I mean, the nuke after their Ogi is just really damn good. It's really, really painful. It's like you can hit it like I think 2 million or something. It's really, really strong, right? So it's good. That's one of the reasons why I put Esser in there. And plus, not to mention, Esser has a very, very high base attack either way if you actually level all or for whatever stuff. Yeah, even without this ring, her attack is still relatively high either way. So she helps, and then not to mention her, because your raw damage is already so high, I'm pretty sure you can cap a lot easier too, or at least hit the cap a lot easier. And plus, because Esser herself at full limit break has like the very high, a much higher cap ceiling compared to like the usual characters you see, like the normal characters and all that. So yeah, that's why I use Esser. So like for my normal setup, my normal assault time, I decided to put in this guy instead, because, well, once again, his S2 is just so damn strong. And the only problem with this is that I probably have to do with either 3 buttons, and I'm pretty certain I could somewhat make do with 2 buttons though, because apparently if you put in like a certain other character like this or something, you can get extra meter. So what you needed to do is like basically you just need to use his S2, and apparently everyone has enough meter or something like that. But like, you don't really have to do that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like 3 buttons is really pretty good, isn't it? because in my opinion, like when it comes to like OTKing, like one to kill like any of the EX plus or whatever, right? As long as you can do it in like 5 clicks of less, 5 buttons of less, it's already like good enough in my books. So if you can reduce it even further, the better it is, right? But if you can't, honestly, it's fine. If you can just do like 5 to 6 buttons, I still think it's okay. Especially if you do not have the grid yet, or like all these plus marks and stuff. So like, yeah. So yeah, honestly, it's pretty good, man. I mean, because like I know this prom stuff kind of sucks when you get all this, you get the poison damage or whatever. But I mean, you're using it for OTK anyway, so why does the the DOT matters, right? So yeah, because you get so much raw damage from this staff, and it's freaking insane. I'm not sure if you want to do that though, but hey, it kind of helps for me, and I'm also using an Agni grid where I just need one Ixaba. I don't need multiple Ixabas. I do not need like crazy amount of Ixabas or some shit to make that thing to work, or like, you know, use a certain normie evoker character or some shit like that. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure some people already say like, you can just use that character and blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure you can do that, but I don't really want to do that. So yeah, okay, so that's really about it on my explanation of my what's that, my setups, I guess. And I guess I'll just show you like how what I do in the OTK setups, I guess, on all the 4 setups that I showed you with. I mean, if you want, you can do that, but you don't really have to follow. I'm just showing like my updates, I guess, if you're actually curious to like to know my updates, right? So yeah, okay, I guess I'll just show how they work in there. It's very easy. Okay, all right, so first one is I'll do my Highlander setup first. My Highlander setup, this is okay, this is assault time. Alright, so this is my assault time theme, so I'm just gonna do that. Press this button, and that should be it. So technically that's just a 2-button setup during assault time, but this is the Highlander one, right? You should die. Unless I screw something up. Yeah, it should die unless I screw something up, yeah. That 1% is from his counter, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's from his counter. Yeah, it's from his counter. I know this doesn't one-shot it properly because I'm using this guy is there because of that counter, right? Yeah. Okay, so damage-wise, it's pretty obvious MC did most of the damage, but yeah, the extra damage does come from Ganda after all. But yeah, either way, let's go next. Now is now is the outside of assault time, right? So outside of assault time, you need Huanlong. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure why I'm still keeping him in there, but yeah, you don't even need that guy there. So skill 2, his skill 2 is very important. Tsubasa skill 2 as well, very important. And that should do it. If I missed out any damage, I'm pretty sure Ganda is just gonna finish it off with his counters again, because his counters hurts. Because you saw earlier it was like fucking 700k and shit, right? So and then you get the extra cap from what's that, Tsubasa and shit. Is just helpful, I suppose. See, 6%. It's actually even worse now, but the extra counters is just gonna help. Yeah, see? Damn counters, son. Fucking counters, man. But yeah, see, that's okay, but it's not good enough, see? It's like 4 buttons, right? It's not good enough, man. So this is the one that I'm really proud of. This one especially, just that one fucking button, yo. That one button is so good, man. And that should do it. Unless this, for some reason, I got really unlucky and everyone got like super low damage, but I don't think that should happen. I don't think that should happen at all. It should be fine. Right? It should be fine. Yeah. Poof. And chain burst should kill it, right? Yeah, that. One button. Pretty insane, isn't it? I'm pretty sure you could actually do without pressing a button too, because fire is so goddamn OP, right? But yeah, see, it did so much freaking damage, 21 million. That was like way overkill too. Just one button. But yeah. Then lastly is my outside of assault time, which is a little bit off because you just need to. You also need to press this guy, but why did that not happen? But yeah, because you see it's 95, right? That's why I have to like press that extra button. So that's technically 3 buttons. If you can somehow make MC to go to 100%, right, without really pressing that aurum flow, I'm pretty sure you can make do with 2 buttons, you know. But yeah, honestly, I think the MVP in this OTK setups are definitely like either Tsubasa or like Lancelot and Vayne, because these two provide so much damage, right? Like Tsubasa has like that his S2 again. His S2 is just so damn strong. He just provides everyone the consistency there and the extra cap as well. And then not to mention the Lancelot and Vayne has like the massive nuke you get after that, and then not to mention we just got our proving grounds, the fire proving grounds that was just ended not too long ago, right? You know, you use that setup with the cross-on trust, whatever the class is called, and with this the amount of nukes you can just dish out is just freaking insane, you know. So yeah, that's really my OTK setups. I'm pretty sure it's like with this kind of setup, right? You can I'm just gonna use the exact same setups you just saw like a moment ago to mash for blue chest or something. Because you see, like you just need so little buttons, right? Just do that, and then you can probably get like within like 1 to 2 turns. I'm pretty sure you can get it in 2 turns relatively easy with very minimal button presses as well. Because that's kind of like how it tends to be when it comes to like OTK, right? When we're doing on those specific grades that has blue chest and all that, because those things are quite a bitch these days. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how my fire turned out to be, because like as you can tell, like my loadout is not updated for like 3 months already, and like within these 3 months I got like quite a huge upgrade on my fire OTK especially. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this semi-flex video, but it's not supposed to be a flex video either way. But yeah. I mean, if you want to build it, it's quite easy to build, man. I mean, it's just like one grand weapon, which is just Ixaba. You just need that one Ixaba. Honestly, I think you can probably someone make do without the Ixaba. You can just switch that with another prom stick or something. You could do that, and it still works fine. Yeah, who knows, right? I haven't tried that, but yeah, pretty sure you can. But either way, that's really about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, Papega in the comments, or Ricardo Flick, whichever. I love you all. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next video. LeMayo. Okay.